live. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a while, been way too long. Welcome back to the
hmm
Laker Loyalty Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Black Muse. Kicking it to you, Alante.
Yep.
Figuratively and literally.
And I am Samurai the Seventh, aka Egyptian Laker, and you can't spell loyalty without the L-A-L. Welcome back, everybody.
Man, it's been a
And
hell of a season.
a really quick shout out to Black Muse. Happy birthday! Birthday
Appreciate y'all.
weekend for Black Muse. Everyone give Black Muse some birthday love out there.
Look like we just lost Alante again, but thank you. I appreciate that, and it makes it even more special to come back to y'all live on my birthday. That's just a coincidence, but it makes it more special. We wanted to give like a wrap up to the season. A lot to talk about because we haven't talked in a while, and
hmm
just a lot of stuff went through. A lot of stuff we went through as a fan base this season. Kind of getting not out in the first round, which I was happy about, but getting out the way we did to OKC. It's kind of tough, but we understood what it was. So I'm eager to talk about all that. We got a lot of predictions that we made that we want to get into as well.
hmm
But like, yeah, man, I guess I'll start off by saying it really sucked not to have Luca in the playoffs at
mm
all. But
Yep.
I am happy, silver lining, that there was no real opportunity for him to be rushed back too early to where he could
Yeah.
re-injure, because that was my biggest fear. And I had a little bit
hmm
of that fear with Reeves, but Reeves was able to come
Yeah.
back and actually be productive. And so I think that Reeves had his best playoff performance he's ever had since he's been a Laker. And
Yeah.
that's saying a lot because he did have a decent one when we went all the way to the Western Conference Finals a couple years ago.
Yeah. I think it was his
But it
first
was,
game.
yeah,
Was first or
but
second versus Memphis.
it was during the Memphis. Yeah,
Yeah, Memphis
he played
series.
okay during the Warriors too, and then I think he kind of disappeared during the Denver
Denver.
Nuggets
Yeah.
series. And then he had a terrible year last year
hmm
against the Wolves. But this year he was productive, and I mean, part of it was a way better matchup. Like the Rockets are
Yeah.
flawed, so that's part of it. But at least now he gets to say like he was actually really productive during a playoff series, and that we won, and so he
Yeah.
contributed meaningfully to that. So I like that for him. It's going to be interesting what happens as far as keeping him. There's a lot of talk about that, but we can get into that in more detail. But that's kind of just some overview, some like initial thoughts. But what's like on your mind as far as like overall
Yeah, I
thoughts
was
of
the
the
same
season?
way. I mean, I'm with all the injuries towards the end of the season, mainly Luca and AR. But other guys are in and out of the lineup. Yeah, it's sad. Like, so we kind of, I know us as Laker Nation, like loyalty, the Laker fan base. We our expectations from the beginning of the season. Obviously for us, it's always championship or bust. Especially, we I think collectively we all three of us either picked the third or fourth seed. So that's where we landed. So we were pretty much on par with that. And then, but still, even ending up that seed, we expect we can still get to the championship. But because of the injuries in the season, I think all of us, not just us, but all of Laker Nation, kind of understood we're probably not going to go far, especially that we knew we'd end up playing OKC in the second round if we got past Houston. So I think winning that Houston series and getting up big like 3-0 was basically our silver lining of the season of the playoffs. So I think all of us like, all right, at least we got that win out without Luca, with AR who wasn't even 100%. And like you say, we got to see some good games out of him, even him still being not at 100%. So um,
Yeah,
it was bittersweet end to the season. Like you said, I agree, Luca. I didn't, I even when we were before the OKC series started, I didn't expect Luca to come back. I did kind of really didn't want him to come back because of like you said, you know, or if I don't know if you said it, but him possibly re-injuring himself. And then now we're all these reports are coming out that his injury was even worse than we thought because when he got diagnosed in Dallas, or it was in OKC, but I think he got diagnosed in Dallas is where he went right after that game.
yeah,
Um, that the strain was much worse than we expected, and so it's a good thing he didn't come back, and hopefully he'll come back. I'm pretty sure he'll come back stronger and ready to go. I love that. I saw he's taken time off, not playing for Slovenia this summer in the FIBA tournament, spending time with family. But I'm sure also, he's going to be just rehabbing, getting stronger. It's crazy. We've had him for what, a year and a half, and we've only seen him in 5 playoff games. So um, yeah, I'm just as we do every year, just looking forward to the next season, rebuilding, and I think it's gonna be even more. It was pretty much a Luca centered team last year, but LeBron's on his way out, which I'm sure we're gonna get into. But just to see what we can do, we have a more flexible salary cap, and we'll be even bigger if LeBron leaves. So just excited to see how we build about around Luca, especially with the new ownership. The reports are saying that everyone's going to work together. Luca,
Yeah,
Rob Pelinka, Mark Walters, the ownership, they're all going to work together to put a championship caliber team around Luca. So,
yeah. So
yeah,
I actually wanted to zoom before we zoom out. I wanted to zoom back in on Luca real quick because, and this is me kind of trying to be controversial. This is something I've heard on the internet, so take it with a grain of salt. But it is an interesting thing to talk about because of what you pointed out, which is we've had Luca for about 2 seasons, a little shy of that. That he's only played a handful of playoff games. Does that give any credence or make Nico Harrison seem rational, given
no,
that the whole basis of his trade was he's not available when you need him the most
no, no. I think people. Oh,
because he doesn't take care of his body? Is was the
yeah.
implication? But
No, it was just. I mean, I think Luca. I think this is. I got to look at the stats, but I think this is one of his best defensive seasons he's had.
I think he
Um,
had the most steals he's ever had in this season.
Yeah, steals, and then just watching him play, like you see him hustling on defense, like switching screens, picking up guys that are either faster than him or bigger than him, and doing a good job. Like, yeah, he's not going to be a all NBA defender, but I think that whole thing, he doesn't play defense. I think that's kind of going away because, he's the Lakers are a way bigger stage than the Mavs. So as the world is watching the Lakers, they can see like, oh, this guy can play defense. Same thing with Austin Reeves, never going to be a great defender, but you see him putting in effort. So I think, yeah, people are still just butthurt about the trade, but Cooper Flag showed a lot of flashes. So I think Dallas is the fan base and the management. I think they're fine because they got Cooper Flag, and he's going to be a solid guy for the foreseeable future. So all-star, superstar level type of guy. I think they're good. I think they're good out in Dallas. They're not. They're over. I think they're over the trade.
Yeah. Welcome back. So damn ice cold. Can you hear us? I wanted to try to get him in there if I could.
You there? Not. I think it's frozen.
This is like he's kind of frozen. Yeah. Um,
We'll just
when
keep
we can,
going.
yeah. But I wanted to get his opinion. But I guess to kind of go forward, kind of in the vein we were at. Do you think that so the Lakers situation is basically that they have a lot of cap space, but
Mhm.
there's a huge caveat. There's a couple of caveats. One is whether LeBron comes back, but the other caveat is when, like, how and to what extent they sign or re-sign players like Rui, players like Reeves, and then other players. But Rui and Reeves will command probably the bigger salaries because they already do. Reeves in particular is, you know,
Yeah.
estimated to have a way bigger salary. So, like, the Lakers do have, you know, a bunch of optionality, but it's limited. It's like they can't have everything. They can
Hmm.
definitely reconstruct the roster. They can definitely, go after some talent in the offseason. But, like, are they going to go after the big fish kind of thing? What big fish are there going to be that are worth going after? That kind of thing. Are they going to try to, like, re-sign the core and then build around that? And then that brings us ultimately to the LeBron question, which is like, if you're building around Luca, can you justify keeping LeBron if he's not going to take a significant pay cut? And then
Exactly.
what exactly would that look like? And so all of those questions are kind of unanswered right now. But I think the thing, and this I'm gonna throw to you as a question: I have certain things I'm worried about in that scenario, but I'm wondering like what are the things that you're the most concerned about as far as like all of the nuances of that.
With LeBron, you know, I don't know. I think we talked about this off air. But out of all the years, everyone knows I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but he got the Lakers on his chest, so I'm always gonna root for him to do well. Um,
Mhm.
but aside from the year we won the title, this season is the season I was happiest with him. Like watching him play at 41 years old, and jump in when Luca and AR got injured throughout the season, and then in the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed with how he played, even when he makes mistakes that makes us shake our head. He'll make up for it right after or something. So, um, he was great, but his father time's undefeated, and I have a lot of respect for LeBron as a father, as much as people, the haters and critics of Bronny get into the NBA. Like, hey, I'm a dad, and I don't blame LeBron for doing what he's done. Get Bronny in there, and I've seen Bronny actually has improved a lot, and then
Yeah.
even some of our former draft picks we've had over the past few years, he's actually, I think Bronny can have a decent career. I don't think he'll ever be like an all star,
Mhm.
but he can be a decent journeyman or role player. So that I gave LeBron a lot of credit for. But other than that, like I'm ready for him to leave. Like we gotta just it's gotta be a Luca thing because no matter as long as LeBron is on the team, even if it's Luca's team, even if the roster is even if LeBron took a pay cut, LeBron was like, "Pay me 20 a year," which is more than half his salary right now from this past season, and we rebuild around Luca. Having LeBron on the team is still it still will never be fully Luca's team. It'll never be fully his team as long as LeBron. Because even say next year is LeBron's last year, then there's going to be a farewell tour. Like it will the focus. I don't think will ever truly be not Luca has to because you have the team is 12 man, 12 50 man roster, but
Mhm.
I'm just think like if we're really going to utilize Luca's prime, thank you LeBron for your services for your championship you helped bring us and that's it. If he's willing to take a pay cut, I'm cool with that. But still, I just feel we gotta. Uh, yeah, it's just time to move on. It's time to move on. If Bronny stays, that's cool. I don't mind if Bronny stays. I mean, he's still gonna be at the end of the bench, and developing the G League. I'm cool with that. But LeBron, I think the Warriors want you. I think the Clippers are willing to take you. I know you want to stay in California near your family. I know Cleveland wants you. It's cool. Go do your thing. Do your farewell tour. I'm cool with that, but I think we gotta move on. But I have a feeling he's gonna still be here. I don't know. I have a feeling he's gonna be here. I think it's up to
LeBron,
Luca, the
LeBron playing
management,
for the
everybody.
Clippers is LeBron playing for the Clippers is wow. That's crazy.
I don't know. I just threw that
Uh,
out there. I don't think that's even
but
a thing.
Alante, we got you back, and I saw you move, so I know you live now.
Yeah.
Would love to get your opinion on. First of all, the way we started was just overall what your view of the season was, and
Hmm.
then we went into well, most recently, as you heard, we went into well, we did start with Luca. We talked about Luca, but then we went into the off-season moves that the Lakers can make. So that was kind of the three things in order.
Yeah.
You can go in any order you
Mhm.
want, but I just wanted to know, kind
Well,
of bring you up
with
to speed of what.
Luca, well, I'm gonna clarify what Black Music was saying. So with Luca, we were actually he asked me if because he was injured, and I said that Luca's been a Laker for 1.5 seasons or a little more than 1.5, and he's only played 5 playoff games. So does that justify Nico Harrison trading away Luca? And that was I was like,
Does that make him seem rational? Because
yeah,
his rationale was Luca's not available when you need him because he doesn't take care of his body. That
and
was the provocative question I threw to the to us. But so what do you? Yeah, so
Okay.
you could pick up any of that. There's a lot we threw
yeah.
at you.
Okay.
So how the season
So
ended? I mean, what our predictions were, which all of us kind of picked third or fourth seed, the Luca, Nico Harrison, and then we got to LeBron, and that's where we were.
okay. So let me start by saying at the beginning of the season, so I just want to make it out the first round.
Hmm.
Cause
I get
like
that.
we did because we didn't we because we missed the playoffs and then we went to the Western Conference Finals and then we got swept in the first round and then and I think we lost in the first round last year.
Yeah, we
But this
did.
Hmm.
year, I mean, it's an improvement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Um, you ready for LeBron to go? You sound like D. Scott right now.
Hey, Showtime. I'm a
You know,
Showtime baby. I'm a
hey,
Showtime baby.
I get it, I get it. But look, I'm ready for Rob Pelinka to go. I
I,
think
I've known that. I've known that for like
I,
5 years.
knew you was gonna bring that up, and that's why.
look. Let's get into the shit. Like Rob, the moves that Rob Pelinka has made over these past couple of years. The one that really set me off was him signing Kobe Buffkin. Love Kobe Buffkin. Nothing against you, bro. But like the thing is, you were not the guy that we needed at the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we had a chance to get Highsmith. And we needed a combo kind of guy that could guard bigger, like kind of bigger shooting guards and smaller small forwards. And it really would have fucking helped out playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. So it's just
Mm,
like I've seen too many moves that he's made. The last couple of draft picks don't connect. He can go. You turn around, give him a team option. Now he's on the books for the next 3 years. It ain't panning out, bro. Like the situation you traded for Russell Westbrook. I know LeBron and AD wanted that, but as the GM, you got to be able to tell your superstars
no.
no. Seriously,
Hmm.
like we didn't have this issue with Dr. Bus. We didn't have this issue with Jerry West. Mitch
Mm,
Kupchak was good enough to where we actually could win some championships. And now it's just to the point to where I've seen enough of Rob Pelinka. He's been in his seat for just as long as LeBron has been a Laker, you know. And I'm my first start is to get rid of Rob Pelinka. Now, when it comes to LeBron, LeBron to be 41 years old, he's defined. He's beating Father Time. He's kicking his ass. Um, could we had been better if Luca was playing? Who knows? Like our team. At no point did we have a healthy team playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So, and we've seen the difference that Marcus Smart has made with him playing in the
mm.
series. So like the
Yeah.
thing is for me, where I'm at moving forward, Luca, if you don't want Austin Reeves to leave this team, then you and him need to turn into the reincarnation of Step Brothers and like learn how to fucking play some defense
Yeah.
because it's not gonna work with you two guys. You're a first white backcourt since Jerry West and
Mm,
and Goodrich. Like,
yeah.
come on, dog. If y'all gonna be out there, y'all gotta be able to play some fucking defense, and everybody knows it. So, Luke, I want you to get healthy. Austin Reeves, get healthy, and y'all gotta sit in the chair. I mean, defense is all effort, bro, and y'all have to show it if y'all want to continue to play together. Toss it
Mm.
back to y'all, man.
I agree with the Rob Pelinka thing. I'm no, I still do things. I agree with what you said about the Rob Pelinka thing, but I think that you know me, I've been more lenient with Rob Pelinka over the years. I think that, but I agree with that he needs to learn to say no because I know he's just kind of trying to please some of his stars. But honestly, I think he'll be here for at least another year or two. I just feel like that's what's going on with him and the ownership group. I agree with pretty much everything you said. What I was saying before I think you got back on about Luca when we were talking about Luca is that I'll give Luca some credit. He played pretty good. This is probably his best defensive year he may have ever played in his career. Obviously, I say him and Austin will never be all NBA defensive guys, but I think Austin Reeves puts an effort at least, even though he'll still get thrown around. Luca had a pretty good year, and I said being on the Lakers, I think the talk of him being playing no defense has died down because the Lakers are a bigger stage than Dallas, so more people saw him. And there's flashes where Luca was at times the best defender on the court, like in a span of a couple minutes, like getting a couple steals. Actually, I've seen him diving on the ground for loose balls. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I agree, like the rebuilding is if them two are going to be in the backcourt for sure. They gotta still improve on defense for sure. The NBA is getting way more athletic. Teams are younger. Championship teams are younger now because back in the day it was like the older veterans win, but now it's like NBA is changing. You gotta be younger, quicker, faster. just athletic. Like even if the Spurs win, they're just as young as OKC. It's gonna be the Spurs or OKC. We'll get into our predictions for the playoffs in a minute, but yeah. So I think that with the Luka and AR, how it came out that Luka said, he wants AR back. I think he feels that way, but I think that can always change. I don't think anything's set in stone. I think if they go to Luka like 1-on-1, like, hey man, we could get Jokic for if we include Austin Reeves in the package. I'm sure Luka will be like, all right, pull the trigger. I don't think I don't think Luka's gonna like demand a trade if they get rid of Austin Reeves. I don't think that happens. I think anything's possible. I think he's saying that. I think there's some smoke screens, just like everything happens. I'm sure Austin will probably be back, but I think a lot more people who before the season started were like, or even during the season when Austin was going crazy, and even me being like, oh, Reeves is going to be a Laker for life. But now that we see how the NBA landscape is, with how much better OKC was, even if Luka was back, we're probably still losing that series. We see the Spurs coming up. There's some other teams slowly creeping up. I think, yeah, I'm as much as I love Austin Reeves, been a fan of his since day one rookie season. Just see, it's now like, yeah, man. You like you said on you gotta you still gotta get better. Like even though you're good now, you gotta get better, more defensively, offense. Black News was saying, or I think when you're off, like how he's had his best playoff games this season. So so he is improving. Be able to go at people offensively in the playoffs.
He's had his best playoff games this season, and I didn't say this, but I'm adding now. He's had his best games of his career this season.
Oh, of course, yeah,
in the
for
regular
sure.
season too. So I mean, I hear what you guys are saying, and I don't think that like either trading Reeves or losing Reeves in some way that makes sense and is beneficial for the Lakers is off the table. I just don't think that it's very likely that some kind of offer that would justify it
Yeah,
will actually happen. So for that reason, I think that Reeves is very likely going to stay a Laker. And I think that's going to be a good thing. I do think he does need to improve. I think there's certain
yeah,
things that it's like not realistic. Like I don't think he's going to be that great of a defender.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He can get better than he is now, but I don't think he's going to be like the best defender. But that's
yeah,
okay. Like there's a
yeah. He
lot
doesn't have to
of
be.
yeah, like he can still be very valuable on a team not being the best
Hmm.
defender on the team. That said, the Lakers do need to compensate. And so, like, constructing the rest of the roster, it's going to be that much more vital that we get pieces around him and Luca that can defend. So it's not just Marcus Smart. Like, it can't
Yeah,
just be one dude. You need a Du Thero and Marcus Smart and whoever our best defenders are that we're going to keep to be surrounded by able-bodied people, and you want to be able to have, ideally a deeper, at least not if it's not going to be as deep as OKC, like 10, 11 deep, at least 8 deep, where it's like, okay, we got some competent defenders that we can put, and we're not going to be gassed in the playoffs like last year because we only trust 5 guys, right? Like, so that's definitely something. And there are guys out there like the dude from the Nuggets.
mm,
He would be a great addition.
Peyton Watson, Southern
Peyton
Cal,
Watson.
SoCal kid,
There was an
bring him in.
interesting. There was an interest in this. This is hearsay on the internet. I don't think it's that viable, but there was some interesting rumors about possibly picking up Gordon from the Nuggets, which I thought was fascinating. Just because I never thought about it, but I was just
yeah,
like, all right,
Another
if I'm going to
SoCal.
if I'm going to evaluate whether he could help the Lakers, the answer to that is obviously yeah, he can,
oh yeah,
and he would give Lakers actually a lot of assets that they didn't really have at his
yeah.
position, and like so much so to the point where like, are you getting rid of Rui to get him? And is that an improvement? Like, I think actually you can make a strong case if he's healthy. That's kind of an improvement. Now, he's not going to be as good of a shooter as Reeves, but
Mm,
to his credit, he's been improving his shot though. So it's
yeah,
interesting to think. And what I really love about him that I think he can add to the Lakers, hypothetically, this is all at this point we're doing fantasy basketball, but like hypothetically, he's a monster on the boards. Like he's really
Yeah.
aggressive on the boards, and the Lakers could use that a lot, like very well, especially if we're going against people like Hardenstein and on OKC. Like Gordon wasn't going to let Hardenstein just own the boards like that. Like so, like I just think that that's an interesting thing to think about, and then other pieces too that are going to be available. So I don't know. I just throwing that out there, but and I'm veering in that direction. I don't know if you guys want to go full blown like, all right, who might we get in the off season? But I do want to
Yeah.
talk about that at some point. But
Well, we're on it right now, so I'm looking up a list of free agents and stuff. So, Eric,
I want who's not coming back first. Let's talk about
yeah.
who's not coming back.
So I want to ask. Hold on, hold on.
You get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, yeah, perfect,
Yeah,
perfect.
please,
Hey,
out the
hey,
fuck
perfect
out.
segue.
Please.
So let me. I think everyone agrees on that. I want to ask y'all a question. I want to ask y'all a
don't agree on
question.
that. I actually don't agree on that. But
Okay, I want to ask y'all a question about Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton. So
Yeah.
both of them have player options. So it's up to them whether they stay or leave. Now, DeAndre Ayton is. Let's start with Ayton. Dominating. I know Lante loves that chain that he got. You about to
Dude.
have a replica dominating chain in the summer. But check this out. Ayton, signed a 2-year, $16 million contract, making 8.1 each year. So do you think any team outside the Lakers obviously are gonna offer him more than 8 million? Because I think that's the only way he leaves. I think he's realizing he got nowhere to go. I might as well just stay and get this last check. So that's the only reason I think he'll stay is if no one's giving him offers. For some reason, I think some team is gonna give him like 10 million or more a year, and then he'll leave. And then there's a 2-part or 3-part question. So then the Marcus Smart one, and I want to hear what y'all have to say. Then Marcus Smart, who we all love and has become endeared to Laker Nation. He is a little older, but he puts in more effort and hustle than pretty much almost anyone on the team. He's also got a player option and he was on a 10 million 2-year contract, so he made 5.1 this season. He's going to make 5.3, 5.4 next year. I think more teams are willing to give Marcus Smart, the older player, a contract. I think people are going to offer him money. I think he loves being in LA. So I'm worried if Marcus Smart leaves. I think I loved his whole role all season. I think at the beginning of the season that was a prediction that we all agreed on. We were all happy to see Marcus Smart, and I think he did a great job. I just love Marcus Smart this season. So do you think he's got a player option for 5 million? DeAndre Ayton got a player option for 8 million. Who do you think out of those two opts into their player option, or either asks for more, or is another team going to swoop in and offer more? What do y'all think?
You want to go first?
Go ahead, Black News. Go ahead.
So I actually am not totally against Aiden coming back. I just think that there needs to be caveats because I'm not delusional. Like I do see that Aiden was underwhelming at times, particularly in the postseason, but also spots throughout the season. If DeAndre Aiden were to be on the Lakers for 8 million or whatever, but we also picked up Walker Kessler and he's backing up Walker Kessler,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. I don't mind. He can be a backup. If he's gonna be our starting center next year, then I'm gonna be a little perturbed by that because I think that we do need to improve at that position, and Aiton needs to understand that like this is his last chance. Like he's not really finna get a lot more opportunities, and one way to signal that to him is to pick up another big who's been getting his starting minutes. It's like
Yeah.
you gonna earn your shit now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and if he's like, I don't want to do that, then it's like, all right, cool. Then sit your ass down and like we got a starter and we will play Jackson Hayes over you. And it'll suck to have $8 million in the hole on the books. Maybe you could package him up or something, but I don't. It'll probably cost us to get rid of him at that point. So I don't know, man. But like, at least it's not 15 million. It's like
Yeah.
8. You know what I'm saying? I do think that Marcus Smart is the bigger worry of somebody trying to get him from us because he's clearly more valuable. He
Yeah.
proved that in the playoffs, and
Exactly.
so that's going to eat into our salary cap, particularly like competing for him. if he because he's a but that's if so that's if he declines his option, which he most likely will, because $5 million is some bullshit for him
That's
at
like
this point.
that's like chump change in the NBA
Yeah,
for a
so
veteran.
his agent should be fired if he doesn't make him turn down that player option, because
Mhm.
he's gonna get more on the market for that
Yeah,
for
for
than
sure.
five. So he's more of a risk, and
Losing.
at that point the question is how much do you pay to keep him,
Hmm.
and that's going to be a tough question. It's going to be a tough call because the Lakers are going to have to prioritize who they want to keep, who they want to go after, and so depending on who the Lakers can realistically get, can you upgrade from him to like and again it would depend on who you're competing against. Like if he's only going to end up commanding 8 million
Hmm.
instead of 5, then okay, let's pay that. But if it's like okay, now that they want 11, 12, 13 million, it's like I
Yeah.
don't know if we can pay that for him when we can go get Watson or somebody, right? So it's like Watson I don't think is as good, but in many ways he's kind of more ideal as the 3 and D wing kind of player.
He's
But Marcus
super
Smart,
young. He's like 22. He's got
yeah,
a
and
huge
he's on
upside. Yeah.
Luca's timetable, so there's a lot of perks.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like we would evaluate those things. Okay, so that's my answer. It's long winded, but I actually am eager to hear what So Damn Ice Cold gonna say it.
Look, check this out.
The-
I had to take my rings off. I was sitting here like balling my shit up. Like, look, check this out.
Oh,
This is just contributing why I think Rob Lincoln needs to dip. Because, like, first of all, why did DeAndre Ayton have a player option? Why could that be a team option? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been like going back and forth with quote unquote Laker fans on the socials. And my thing to them has been, bro, if you ain't watched more than 65 games, you ain't got shit to say to me. Out of
mhm.
92 games we played this year, I watched 90 games. And the other 2 games I missed was because I watched the Dodgers win that 13
Mhm.
game, that 13, what was it, 13 innings in
Yeah.
October. Watched that game, so I missed the Laker game. And then the other one I overslept. And then I came in the third quarter, but I don't count that one.
And, and I
So
and, and I and I came to the room and I told you the Lakers had won that night too, so it didn't matter.
right, and we won that game. So like the thing is for me, say that to say this. I watched enough of this team and I've seen enough of it. DeAndre Ayton is not it. This season was his last chance. So
Yeah.
if he feels like he can get some money somewhere else, by all means,
See
dude,
you later. Yeah.
opt out. I'm good with it. But if you opt in, I don't want to waive and stretch his contract. I would prefer for the Lakers to just eat it all in one season and we be done with it because we just got all the money off of our books from all
Yeah.
those 2021 signings. You know what I'm saying? And that was
Hmm.
again
But he
Rob
also
Pelinka.
becomes he just to throw this out, he also becomes an expiring contract that you can trade. You can put
Yeah.
in a trade
Trade.
package, so it's not like he's untradeable.
While
He's
while we're
untradeable.
while we're on
I don't
the
think he is because you could package him.
He's
Is what I'm
he could
saying.
be a backup center somewhere else
Yeah.
he's
or
untradeable.
on the Lakers.
So
um.
okay, here's a scenario: a team,
He
their
he
starting centers,
sucks.
they're starting and their backup center get hurt. They need a center real bad. They're desperate.
Yeah.
We'll
He
package
sucks.
DeAndre Ayton for you, and you give us like a second round pick or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they're willing to give us or
Look,
something. And it's
look,
like and some
they'll
and
call the
some
Suns.
some some scrub.
They'll call the Suns before they call us. The Suns got hella sinners right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's you gonna break the
well,
glass for DeAndre Ayton? Are
I,
you
I
serious right
I I
now?
I think that there
Oh,
are teams that in that scenario I gave would be desperate enough, and that's a scenario in which it could happen. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying it's not impossible. You're making it seem like he can't be. I'm like, nah. Like they traded fucking. Do you know how many players have gotten packaged and shit? That was like we
Pack
even
'em up.
got fucking Maxi Kleber, and he was hurt, bro. Like, yeah, you can trade Aiton, bro. It's not like impossible.
we got him with Luka Doncic. That was the easy call. What are we doing?
No,
Okay,
I know, but my
I'll take him with that. But Maxi Kleber won't be on the team next year. Look, let's
Yeah.
just go through it. Shit,
I
Maxi
got.
Kleber won't be on the team next
Yeah.
year. DeAndre Ayton should not be on the team next year, although he has a player option.
I mean,
Jared Vanderbilt shouldn't be on the team next year, although I think he
He's
has
on
another year
contract.
under contract.
He's
Yeah, he's under
got
yeah,
contract.
Vando got one more year next year, and then The
A year
following
after that.
season is a player option for 13. He's making
Player-
12 next year
okay.
and then 13 in 27-28 as a player option.
Another bad Rob Pelinka contract. Adult
No, I
Connect
think
should be on the
hold on,
team
hold on.
next year.
I think
That
the
was a-
Vanderbilt.
That
Hold
was
on,
a
I think-
trade. He didn't sign that like that contract was Vanderbilt when
contract?
we got him in the trade. Vanderbilt's contract we got him in a trade for Russell Westbrook. So that contract was pre-existing.
No, this is we re-signed him. I think. Let me double check.
We re-signed Vando.
It's a re-sign.
It was like
well
a
then.
2 or 3 year.
Yes, it
but-
was.
But I think
Okay,
his.
my bad.
I think what
don't
we're
remember
paying
that,
him
but-
for, though. I think what we're paying him. I think is. I think up until the middle this season, before the season started, he was like our de facto defender, and I felt like his shooting got worse. Like I don't remember him being like I don't know what happened. His confidence left the room. What happened?
Yup.
I don't know. But like, let me see. I'm just looking up his contract really quick. Let me just check it really quick. So
You know what?
when we
How
got him, so
Value
yeah,
these NBA championship rings. That's what I value. These motherfuckers going to contribute to winning, dog. That's it. I just want to win. Can we
So,
win?
yeah. his contract
win.
ended. His contract that he had with the Timberwolves was from 21 to 23. We got him in what 2023. I'm reading these contracts wrong. Let me double check. Sport Track is not usually shows me all the contracts. So 2021 to 2023 was a 3-year contract. We got him in 23, didn't we? Or we got
Yes,
him in
we
what
did.
year?
23.
So yeah, it was a new contract. I'm trying to find the so he had a contract from 2024 to 2027, 4-year contract. And it was for 4 years for like it's like 40 something million, 48 million. About 12 a year. Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
that was a new contract that started last season.
I mean, I stand corrected. I don't remember that, but that must be true because
Yeah, no, I remember I just remember how much it was. So I felt the value was fair at the time, but I think obviously him not playing a lot, JJ not playing him, and then this year and even towards the end of last year, I think his value has dropped. So that's why now I agree, like the contract now we're like, oh, like him and Marcus Smart's numbers should be switched. Like Vando should be making 5 to 8 a year, and Marcus Smart should be getting 10 to 12. So I understand why. Yeah, so because I think Marcus Smart should be getting at least 10 moving forward for the next couple of years at least. He deserves that. 10 at the minimum.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I agree with the update. Go ahead.
My 3-part. Remember, I said it was a 3-part question. We forgot about this guy. So Jackson Hayes is off the books. He's gone, right? He was only making $3 million this past year, $3.5 million. Now this year, I felt he improved his role. I think he got better, a lot better. I mean, he was our backup last year, but I think he became a lot better of a backup this year. And is he coming back? Because him and Luka are like, besides Austin Reeves, that's like Luka's best friend is Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is becoming a Slovenian national and going to play on the Slovenian national team moving forward.
I think that's a no-brainer to bring
So
him back.
Yeah, and I
in my
think
opinion.
that like if he made $3 million last year, he might be like, yo, just give me 5. Give me 5 next year.
Yeah,
or something.
I think it's a no-brainer because
do we want him coming back as a backup center? Is basically my question.
I do. I think he should be. Yeah, I think he should be no more than $5 million. That's a maximum, and
or
I
like
think
7 or something. What about if it's like 7 or 8? What if he took Aiton's contract? Aiton leaves, and we give that $8 million to Jackson Hayes next year.
I mean, yeah, if he leaves, but if they're both on the books, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, they're both on the books for sure. I think Jackson Hayes boosts Luka's morale. That's why I've always liked Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes is a reliable backup. I think he's earned that. I don't see him as more than that, and I don't anticipate that he'll improve that much.
Oh, I'm also saying these numbers. Not to cut you off. I'm also saying these numbers because the salary cap is obviously going to go up again. So I'm adding a couple 2-3 million onto what each of their values.
I think that the salary cap going up should mostly be for getting Reeves back personally.
Yeah.
That's how they should take advantage of that. So, like in a vacuum, it'll seem like he has a high contract, but relative to the salary cap going up, it'll be a reasonable salary to pay him more. I'm all for keeping Reeves. But I do think if you keep Reeves, then that puts more pressure on you to construct the roster in a way that compensates for Reeves' shortcomings on defense. So that's actually going to implicate the center position. If you don't have rim protection, then you having Reeves, particularly at that higher price point, is
Yeah.
gonna be more difficult to justify. If you get like a Walker Kessler or something like that,
Hmm.
then it's like you compensate in a way that's appropriate and like
Yeah.
you can make it work. Or if you get an Aaron Gordon, or if you get a even if it's like a 3-and-D wing who's like really intent on rebounding,
Hmm.
or even like a Gafford. Like if you're getting Gafford
Center.
or as at the center position, who's like willing to do dirty work, you can compensate in a way that's appropriate. So I don't know who's out there. I don't know everyone who's out there, but like
Yeah.
that's
I'll,
definitely among the things that they
I'll,
should go for.
so really quick, Aaron Gordon is on contract for at least 2 or 3 more years. The only way to get him is in a trade. His contract goes, I just had it. So I got like 10 windows open. His contract is, he's on contract at least through 27-28 season. So he's got 2 more years of guaranteed years. And then 28-29, he's got a player option. And he's making 31 million next season, 34 after that, 37. So he's in the 30 million range. And so only way we could get him is a
That's
trade.
not viable. That's why you shouldn't take
Yeah.
your advice from the internet.
That-
But like
That's
it
Aaron
was just
Gordon.
that kind of a player is really what I'm getting at.
Are you talking to yourself about Aaron Gordon? Because you're the one that brought up Aaron Gordon.
No, I did.
You
I'm
did.
saying, but
You're like-
hold on. I said I got this from the
You said-
internet. So
yeah.
take this with a grain
No,
of salt.
and then you said that's why I shouldn't take. I was like, you're just having external thoughts.
Yeah. No, I was saying that you just exposed why that is a problem.
And then I want to name.
about me.
And I just want to name 2 more Lakers. I think we just finished up the Laker roster, and then let's start bringing in who we think free agents and trade targets are from other teams. So 2 more guys I just want to go over really quick. Luke Kennard is off the books. What do we think about what he made? 11 million. What are we doing about Luke? Bringing him back for the same price,
Bringing him
more
back.
or less.
Bringing him
I
back.
want.
I like bringing them back. I like bringing them back.
We keeping
It's-
snow.
it's-
We keeping snow time in the backcourt. I like it. Got those 3
I mean, he's one of the
guys.
best shooters in the league, so it's like
Luke-
hard to
Luke
argue
Kennard.
against bringing him back.
And then speaking of best shooters in the league, that brings me to the last guy, Rui Hachimura, off the books. Made 18 last year. I think he's gonna get a lot of offers.
I would like to bring Rui back personally,
Yeah.
because he has demonstrated that he improves.
He's improved every
Continuously
year.
on offense, specifically every
Yeah.
single year, and to be one of the best shooters in the playoffs is not something to just overlook. It's just, the thing with him is that he's so bad on defense that it actually is like something that makes you kind of pause. So it's a roster construction issue for me.
Yeah.
If we don't have LeBron, I actually think that makes a stronger case for keeping him.
Oh yeah.
Because the
If
money
LeBron
is
is gone,
easier to work.
Rui's
The-
staying, for
yeah,
sure.
the money's easier to work, but also the roster construction gives you a lot more flexibility. If you have LeBron, keeping Rui gets harder. So I don't know. I think that's what I would be thinking about when it comes to Rui. I actually wanted to throw out another person, but I'll wait until.
let's finish up the Laker roster. I want to hear what.
No, I mean I meant on the Lakers, but go ahead. I
Oh,
wanna
on the
hear-
Lakers.
Yeah, but I wanted to
You
hear what
going,
Alonzo.
you going deep in the bench.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Rui. He's not one of my top priorities, to be honest with y'all. The top priority for me is the top 3 priorities is Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart, and Luke Kennard. And Rui's like a fourth. Like
Okay.
I'm really not. I mean, we have a Duke hero. We low key got to make more space and more time for him.
Mhm.
I think he's due for a jump. He's about the same size. If he can find a way to shoot, if he's working on his game this summer, I like to see what a Duke can do. Yeah, Hadouken do.
Hey, you just came up.
What
Hey,
that
that's
dude
a
can
T-shirt.
do.
Hey, you better
You know what
copyright that
I
shit.
mean?
Hadouken do.
Right. But I
Oh
mean,
yeah. Hey, we use that. You just coined.
I'm
Hold on. So that my school just coined some shit. We gotta. That's gonna. I'm never forgetting that. We got. We're gonna make some out of it. All right, go. My bad. Go ahead.
no, but I'm just going down the roster like DeAndre Ayton. I'm not really a fan. Maxi Kleber, he was on the roster. He did nothing for us. Dalton
Mm.
Connect, he was out the rotation. I'm cool. Jake LaRavia, kind of 50-50 on Jake.
Yeah.
He was good towards
It
the beginning
started
half of the
good,
season,
and then
and then it kind of just went
he let me
flat. You know what I'm
down.
saying?
I was
Yeah.
excited
So
for
I'm
him. He let
like,
me down a little
So
bit.
that was who I was
I'm
going to bring up
like,
was Jake LaRavia.
Yeah.
yeah, like Jake is. I'm like,
I forgot about Jake. Yeah, we got it.
uh, yeah, we
I,
forgot
I
about
actually,
Jake.
I actually wouldn't
Exactly.
mind bringing Jake back if he can improve on the offseason because he is young. But like that's a big if, right? Like so, I would make him play. I don't know if they can actually. Can Jake LaRavia play with the in the summer league? Is he eligible?
I don't
I think
think so.
it's. I think technically, so I don't. I forget what the rules are, but I remember one summer league. Someone played. I gotta look it up. Someone who's been in the league for like 6, 7 years played. I think it's usually freshmen and sophomores, like first and second year NBA guys play. But I think
Yeah.
technically it's open to whoever, but nobody does. But it just happened recently, or maybe the rules changed. But someone, if y'all are watching this, please comment if you know the answer. It happened when someone was like at least 5 years in the league and they played. I remember they played in the summer league. I don't know who it is. I gotta look it
I
up.
believe this year was his fifth year in the league. So,
Laravia,
uh, yeah. So I
he's
don't
young.
think that. Yeah. He's only 24.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean, dude, like if he can't step it up, if he's not gonna work on his game this summer, then I'm just like, bro, like, I mean, I like you, dude, but like at this
yeah,
point, we have way too many guys on our roster that cannot contribute. And if y'all
yeah.
listen to the exit interview with JJ Redick, JJ Redick
Mm,
is talking about guys that have high basketball IQ, guys that have a motor, willing to learn, and that are willing to put and willing to play and willing to commit themselves to the game of basketball. So it's just
hmm.
like when we got guys that are coming in, not paying, not attentive on defense, missing assignments, like part of that is just knowing what the fuck to do in certain situations. So if
Yeah,
these guys can't, if they're not paying attention, then it just makes no sense to have these guys on the roster. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they're just taking up space at this point. And I would prefer if we're gonna ask LeBron to take a pay cut, at least bring in guys that really gonna be committed to the
yeah,
cause and that can actually help him win a fifth championship, have
mm.
Luca get his first championship. Like DeAndre Ayton staying up till midnight playing 2K on the
Yeah.
night
That's
before
crazy. I just
elimination
saw that
game,
recently.
and then you got a fucking dominating chain. Like, bro, you are
Chain.
just so fucking unaware of what the fuck is going on
Yeah,
with you right now.
no
You're playing
awareness at
with
all.
like how the fuck is LeBron James 41 years old and he's literally the best? He was literally the best player on the fucking team at the time. He's fucking 41. He's an all-time great, granted. But it's like, damn, bro, like you're letting a 40-year-old dude outwork you and you're 27, dude.
Mm.
Like it just makes you look bad. And it's just like, and the guy's not aware. If he feels like he can go get some money somewhere else, by all means, because I don't want to give you the damn money. If
Oh,
it was, if
hey.
it's not my pocket.
Really quick. The reason I didn't bring up Jake Laravia is he's coming back next year. He's on contract next year, so
Yeah,
he. That's why I think that's why I didn't bring him up because I'm looking at who's either unrestricted or who's on a player option. So yeah, he's
Yeah.
coming back next year regardless. 6 million, good deal. Got him 6 million this year, 6 million next year. Cool. He's good. Hopefully he improves. Everybody
Yeah,
goes.
that makes sense.
Everybody's gonna know who number 12 is. Who is 12? Um,
Who is number 12? That's what I'm
my
saying.
my thing. Just so I want to. I'm Luke Kennard. I like him want to come back. Listen, I'm a big Rui guy. I've always been a Rui guy. I think I'm biased because I went to his first game when he was a Laker, which happened to be my son's second birthday. So it was. And I've always liked Rui. I remember when he was at Gonzaga. You know, I don't watch too much college, but when Gonzaga and UCLA were having their battles, you know, I was watching those games, and um, I remember being like, "Oh, who's that? Rui? That guy's a pretty solid player." And then
But
he got in the
I think
league.
Rui, when Gonzaga played UCLA, Rui wasn't on the team at that time. He was on the team before that.
Well, I know there was a time when, well, they play UCLA every year, but I remember, I'm saying just watching games. I mean, well, not, I think I know what era you're talking about, but I remember just saying just watching him play when they played UCLA because I never would watch Gonzaga on its own.
Oh, I
And I
thought you meant
remember,
like in the tournament because
no, not
they won
tournament.
the
I remember
tournament
just
two
like
years in a
regular
row.
season games. Yeah, regular season
Oh,
games.
okay, okay.
Or just in general. I just remember just seeing Rui versus UCLA and being like, you know, because I like to see guys on the other team. I just remember being like, oh, this guy might be decent. And then it wasn't until, you know, a couple years, it was the Wizards, and then right when we got traded, and I was like, that's Japanese Kawhi, because I felt like that was his potential, his body frame and the way he moves. That's what reminded me so much about Kawhi. And then I swear, like a year later, James Worthy started saying that he's like he could potentially be like Kawhi. I was like, is he listening to us on the clubhouse or on our podcast? But I think Rui's not as bad as a defender as you guys say, or even some say. There's times I've seen him like we put him covering the five. Like he does a good job sometimes. I remember when we played Denver, he'll cover Jokic sometimes. He does well. I don't think Rui's bad on defense. I think he's average on defense, and he has flashes he can be better. And like just like he improved on offense, I think he can always improve on defense, or he's still improving. I like Rui a lot. I like if it was between him and Luke Kennard, honestly, I would want Rui back. I want both of them back for sure. I just like Rui improved so much on his shooting, like, and that was I think a big critique of his in the past. So I really like Rui. I just like his frame, his agility, his ability to play the three or the four. He can play the five on defense if we need to.
I just,
But yeah, that's Rui. But I think he's gonna demand a lot of money. I think other teams can use him. So if we have to pay, you know, more than 20 for him, 20 million, because he made like 17, 18, 19, then I don't
yeah, he
know if
made
we'll be able to keep him.
18.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like the thing is for me, I think we could get better value for
Yeah.
that size
Other guys.
contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's just my thing. Like I'm looking at free agents right now, and I'm
Because there's a
like, dog,
lot of
like
young guys, yeah.
it's a lot of younger cats that we could get that
Can do what he
are
does.
that exactly. So like that's my thing. And then like two, we have to be aware of like everybody's not gonna come back. So
Yeah, for sure.
we're bound to lose. We're bound to lose at least two guys,
Yeah.
and we have to pick and choose who we want to keep. So like, if I had to choose right now, to stay, to go, it'll probably be Austin Reeves and Marcus Smart are the two that I want to keep. And if I'm
Hmm.
losing two, it'll probably be Luke Kennard and
And
Rui
Rui.
Hachimura. Like
And
I'm just being real with you.
no, that's a good point. I think that Laker Nation as a whole is gonna have to accept because in the pockets of Laker Nation, there's people huge fan bases of Luke Kennard. There's people who love Rui. There's people who love Marcus Smart. And who did you say? You said there was four guys we just mentioned. You said Luke Kennard. Oh, Austin Reeves and
Luke
Austin
Kennard,
Reeves.
oh, yeah,
Austin Reeves.
Austin
So
Reeves.
Luke, Austin Reeves, those four guys all have dedicated fan bases just individually. So I think yeah, as a whole, Laker Nation has to accept that out of those four guys, I totally agree with you. All four are not coming back, and that's something and it's a business. It'll move on, and I think that's a great segue into free agents and trades for this summer. We can now. I think we've gone over the Laker roster, and let's get into who we can get possibly.
I mean, we mentioned him several times. I think Peyton Watson will be an obvious huge target. He fits like a mold, a kind of 3-and-D type, and it would be. I think he'd make a great Laker. Help
Yeah,
shore up
I
the
like him a
defense,
lot.
particularly if we're not going to end up bringing back Marcus Smart. Like we're going to really need to
Mm.
compensate defensively. So that's one big one. I like the other. I like the dude that the Timberwolves got from the Bulls as another option. He would
Wait, you
be
said which guy? Oh, Ayo. Yo, Ayo Desano.
Yeah,
I
Desan,
can't.
Yeah.
yeah,
He was like the
that,
star game 3 or game 4 winner in the first round. He
yeah.
won
But
the game
I
for
think
him.
he'll
Yeah,
be a great addition to the Lakers as well.
he's solid. He's a
Kobe
solid guy.
White, if Kobe White is an interesting one, I just don't know what it would cost. But
Nah, I like him, but he's too many injuries and he's getting older.
I just
I'd
think it
rather have
was
Marcus
be
Smart.
interesting. I mean, yeah, I would perfect. I've been saying if we couldn't, and that was he
Yeah.
was available, it'd be an interesting, intriguing pickup. But that's all. That's among the ones I know are available. I don't know all of the ones that are available. Walker Kessler is another one that comes up. I don't know how realistic that is. I think Walker is a free agent, no, or
He's a restricted free agent.
he's a restricted.
Restricted.
Yeah,
We'd have to match or offer more.
so yeah, that makes it difficult. But because Danny Age is a asshole.
He is, but
Sure.
them trading for Jared Triple J, it kind of took up a lot of their cap space, and Walker Kessler's only making 3 million. So that would just determine it would just be a numbers game at that point.
Speaking of Triple J, I've seen and heard and read. I don't know shit about Utah. What's going on with their business? That he was just like a placeholder supposedly. Like they might move him again. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. Just throwing it out there. That he might get traded. Maybe there's something in the works, but I don't know. I don't care. Fuck Utah.
Um,
Flip that.
there was also just an intriguing thing about whether Kawhi would be moved, and the off chance that he could become a Laker because of the LA connection, and I thought that was an intriguing thing to just consider. It's more fantasy, I guess, than realistic, but it is interesting just because like, and this was in the context of like them punishing the Clippers because of that stuff. So
He
they
didn't
would
plan no
make him.
trade.
Circumventing the
Yeah,
salary cap.
yeah, so they would make him. They would make the Clippers void his contract, which would make him a free agent. And if he wanted to stay in LA, then the Lakers could become perhaps an option. But I don't know. I don't know how that would work, and I don't know if he'd be ridiculous in terms of asking the Lakers for like ridiculous shit. Like, but it just was an intriguing thing because it's like, okay, here's a
So
dude who when he plays, he's really good, but the low management thing would be an issue.
yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about it fully, but he you can't deny his talent. So it would be a fascinating development if that happened. But I just throw
I
that out there. But
my favorite target right now as of a player, I've just been seeing his name kind of, especially since they just lost badly game 7 to the Cavs, is Jalen Duren. I've been a fan of this guy. He's only been in the league, what, 2 years? Made the All-Star team this year. He's 22. He's built like the Ultimate Warrior. He's built like, you know, old school NBA, like 90s players. He's muscular, big, a lot of, I feel like young and skinny, and is kind of like what's a lot of NBA players, but he's built and he's strong. And I know he didn't show up some games, and people are getting on Duren like Pistons lost, you didn't show up. He's 22 years old and he is built like a WWF wrestler. I think he has so much upside. He's a restricted free agent. Made 4 million last year. I would love the Lakers to go after him. I think he would fit so well in LA. I think he would be the perfect center for us. Only 22 years old. I'm I've been a big fan of Duren. I know I went to, I think, Laker Nation's website, or which website? So they have, is it Sports Illustrated? My bad. Sports Illustrated Lakers. They have their top 3 restricted free agents they have that they're saying the Lakers should target is Jalen Duren, number 1. I just saw this right now. I was already on the Jalen Duren bandwagon. Before that, Peyton Watson, number 2.
yep,
And number 3, Walker Kessler. So that's who they
yeah,
have is the top 3 restricted. That's restricted free agents only. All 3 are restricted. So Lakers would have to offer more to their 3 teams. I like all 3 of those guys. I love
yeah, I do
Watson.
too.
I love the Watson, the LA. He's a Long Beach guy. I love Watson coming for that. I like Duren coming because he's only 22. I think Watson's like the same age. And then
Yeah,
Kessler also. They're all 3 young guys. So in that
I
order, I would like them the way the Sports Illustrated has them. Duren, Watson, Kessler. If we could get 2 of those 3 guys, that'd be amazing.
I need the Pelicans to blow it up so we can pick at the carcass because like those those players are not doing anything on that team, and two of them would make really really good Lakers.
So go. Who are you gonna say? Which two?
I think you know who I'm gonna say.
No, I don't know
I
because I
think
just saw a thing on Reddit. I was on Reddit for a minute. When I rarely go to Reddit.
I think clearly Trey and
Yeah,
clearly uh, uh, I'm blanking on his name, but you know who I'm talking about, the defender, the 3 and D guy,
Eves. Oh, or
uh,
Herb Jones.
Herb Jones. I think clearly those two players in particular. Now I'm not saying both. I'm just
Yeah.
saying at least like I think Herb Jones in particular would be a great Laker, and
Mm.
like I don't really know what they're doing. Like it
No,
doesn't
nobody
make
does.
sense.
They don't know what they're doing.
It
New
doesn't
Orleans
make
don't know
sense.
what they're doing.
But here's the thing: they're not going to trade with the Lakers because there's still bad blood about the AD
Anthony, the
thing.
80 trade. Hey,
So
that was a
you
fair
know
trade.
they
He don't even
I
play for
mean
us no more. He in Washington.
80,
I
he
know, but
might.
it's the bad blood that prevents. It's a bridge that was burned.
Is it the same owners? I thought they got different owners. Maybe it's the same owners from that back then.
I was under the impression it was. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I
No, no,
mean
you. I don't know. I don't really
but even
follow.
if it's a new set of owners, the stench of it
Yeah. So my
is
my two
still.
guys. So the what I saw on the Reddit, and it was a great idea. So one was Trey Murphy, which I think I don't know what it is. I mean, he's not from LA. I think he's from like the East Coast or the South. Played in New Orleans. I think he wants to be a Laker, man. Because so I went to now. This is just me maybe imagining things. So before the season started, if you remember, I went to the Mamba Invitational championship game out here at LA Live. You know, it's like in third year they're doing the Mamba League, Mamba tournament.
Mhm.
And at the championship game, he was there. And I mean, he's like, I remember seeing him walk, and I was like, this dude looks familiar. I couldn't remember him for some of his name, and I was like, who is that? Who I kept looking at. I was like, I know he plays somewhere. And I don't know, yeah, he kind of looks like Eric Sermon, you know, OG legendary rapper from the 80s, 90s, EPMD. So I was like, is that Eric Sermon's son? I kept thinking, I was like, who is this dude? I was like, and it popped in my head later. I was like, oh, that's Trey Murphy, right? But I
Yeah.
don't know. He just kind of had that vibe. Like he liked being in LA. He's looking around, seeing, talking to girls. I was like, he loves that LA lifestyle. I mean, he's an NBA player. Anywhere he goes, he's gonna get that attention. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it. You know, Rob Pelinka was at that game. Vanessa Bryant. You know, there was a lot of LA people in the basketball world from high school, college, and NBA. Not players, but I think he was literally the only NBA player who was in the crowd because it was a small crowd. It was only like 4 or 5 bleacher seats high. You know, surround LA Live surrounding the court for the Mamba thing. And this was before the season started, so I think like I don't know. And then like when we play and they come to LA, I don't know. I would
Mhm.
watch him, you know, watching him on the court, and he just seems like he wants to be in LA. So the Trey Murphy thing, I think that's really realistic. I think he wants to come here. But the second player and this is what I saw on Reddit, was really interesting and I like, is that their rookie they had this year, Eves. I don't know how to say his name. Eves Missy. It's like Yves.
Mhm.
Missi is his last name.
Yeah, I know you're talking
He
about.
was a really I used him a little bit in my fantasy leagues this year, and I followed his numbers and I've watched some of his highlights. He's in his first second year, so he's wouldn't barely affect our salary cap. I think if we were to pull off a trade to get those two guys, would be
But if they're gonna
a
rebuild,
big boost.
he'd be one of the least likely that they would get rid of because he would be on the timetable
Yeah, because he's a
for a
rookie
rebuild.
or a rookie contract.
And also he has a rookie contract. So I mean, I don't think that's realistic, but I mean, yeah, I recognize his talent. I agree with that.
Oh wait, I
Some
might be
other,
wrong. Hold on, I might be totally wrong. Oh yeah, he is on rookie contract. My bad. Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna throw out some other names that I've seen. So these are some of them are mostly via trade. So these are names that I'm sure you guys have probably heard. I think Jared Allen would be a monumental pickup at the center position. Now
Mm,
this will be via trade, and so
yeah.
how valuable the pickup is would be mitigated by who we gave up. The original idea was sign and trade LeBron, but that would hard cap the Lakers in a way I think that would hard cap the Lakers if they signed and traded them. Or wait, how does it work? If you sign a player and trade them, do you get
Mhm.
hard cap? Or does the receiving team get the hard cap?
I
I always
I
get
don't
those
know.
mixed
I
up.
forget. Yeah,
I
I
thought that
forget.
would mean the Lakers would get hard cap, but I actually looked it up before, and
I think it's the other
I
team. I
vaguely
could be
remember
wrong.
the other. Yeah, I vaguely remember. So that means the Cavs would be hard cap. Regardless, getting Jared Allen would would be a move that would, I think, be pretty clear to quote unquote dominate.
Luka.
Like your time is up, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like you're not the guy. We're going in a different direction. And like, even if you picked up your option, bro, you're not gonna be happy here. Because
Mhm.
like you're not gonna be the guy. Like we're done with you. And I think that he might need that in order to snap out of whatever because he's weird. Like he snaps in and out of this mentality. Like he'll have spurts where he's like, okay, that's what we need you to do. That's how you should be. And then he'll
Yeah.
have spurts where he's just like this unearned sense of like I'm that dude. And it's like, bro, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Like stop. So I don't know, man. Like maybe that might be enough to like give him a wake up call. Like the 15th wake up call of his career. Like, bro, like stop
15.
hitting the snooze button, bro. Like so there's one. Mitchell Robinson as a free agent, apparently,
Mhm.
is an interesting prospect. I think with him, the rim protection is what the Lakers would value the most.
Yeah.
He's decent on offense, but he's a free agent, so that's a good one. Hardenstein is another one. He would be a monumental Laker. It's just that I don't think that the OKC is going
Thunder.
to allow him to leave. But if
They're gonna have
they're
to blow
dumb
the team up.
enough, well, if they're dumb enough to allow that, or not dumb enough, if for whatever reason they allow him to go and he's a free agent, him becoming a Laker would be monumental as well.
Mm,
That's
sure.
center's position. Obviously, we said Herb Jones and Trey and Peyton Watson. That's 3 and D. Guard wise, which we don't really desperately need, but Desumu, I think is how you
Sumo,
say his
yeah.
name. We said him, but
He's
Quentin
solid.
Grimes. Quentin Grimes is
Grimes
another
is
one
nice. I like
I'm
that.
big
I like
on, and
Grimes.
I'm also way bigger on this last one I'm gonna say than most people. I think Keon Ellis is a decent pickup, and now we would have to trade for him, but
Hmm.
he only makes like 5 million or something. Like he doesn't make that much.
Yeah, because he's still young. He's still
Yeah, I actually think as a guard he would be decent to trade for. It depends on what we're sending out, but because he makes so little, we wouldn't send out that much. Like so, I would like to see any of those players become Lakers. But Jared Allen would be among the most ideal because he would really help us at the center position. He's a really good rebounder. He's an offensive threat, and he's got rim protection.
hmm
And Mitchell Robinson's another rim protect. We need that rim protection to compensate for whatever
yeah,
like we're
defense
keeping
or
Reed.
guards.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier. So those are just to put names to some of the stuff I was saying before. But yeah,
We Io for back to the guards. So Io's only made. I mean, he's pretty young too. He is. I just had his name. Just Io's only made 7 million last year. He's about to be in his 5th year. So I don't know if that's he completed his rookie contract. Well, he's in his 4th year. When did his career? Yeah, I think he's in his 4th. Yeah, so I think he's actually just completed his rookie contract, if I'm not mistaken. So he's due for he's gonna probably be looking to get that bag. Oh no, my bad. His rookie contract was only 2 years. His first 2 years with the Bulls, he made like 2 million a year. Then he got a 2-year contract extension. And then he was making 6-7 million a year. So I think he's gonna try to command like 10, 15, maybe 20 a year moving forward because he's definitely I'm sure his name's definitely out there. He's unrestricted. I think a lot of teams would go for him. I'm just throwing out numbers out there just so we know who's potentially realistic. You said was it Quentin Grimes? You said
yeah.
also same exact situation. He's 4 years of experience, just made 8 million. So I think he might be unrestricted, might be commanding some attention in the market. I'm looking at guys who make less than 10 right now. Guys who all made.
Quentin
Oh,
Grimes. How do
hey,
we?
Gabe Vincent's a free agent. Yo,
Man, you
No,
better
stop
miss me
it.
with that. Hey,
How do we
hey,
feel
there's
about Mitchell Robinson though?
I brought him up.
I was trying
No,
to.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I like
I
him as a
think
guy as a defensive center.
yeah, I do too. I think the rim protection angle is one of the most valuable things he offers. So I would like to add him. Basically, all these centers, if they come to the Lakers, they're taking Aiden's spot like
Yeah.
immediately. Like,
I'm trying to see
that's
Mitch. Oh, Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson only made 15. I thought he made more. Oh no, yeah,
Uh,
Mitchell. I thought he was
what
made.
about Kelly? What about Kelly Oubre?
I don't want Kelly Oubre on the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm more
I'm
either
cool.
center as right now. I mean, obviously we'll get a little bit of everybody out at every position, but just a tough center, and then
But
defensive guards and wings.
I just looked up the
Robert
Lakers.
Williams?
I like Robert Williams as a potential
I think
center.
I think his
Just health-
injury issue
Injury
is
prone.
a
He's
problem,
injury
yeah.
prone.
But I think that he has something to offer. I think that if he's going to come in and be the new starter, you're inheriting issues, and so that makes all of the other options better options. But I mean, he's not nothing. But what I was going to switch gears and talk about draft and how that fits into
Yeah.
this, but I don't want to. I
Let's
don't.
go. We could move onto the draft.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to switch.
We could go
all
over.
the way to the draft
There's
next.
so many free agents. I mean, we could go. I'm looking at.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a
what I was
lot
going to
of-
say is to maybe transition to that is so the Lakers have a first round pick as the 25th overall pick this year. If they keep it, they are likely going to go for like a 3-and-D wing. Somebody like Michigan forward Morris Johnson Jr. or Texas wing Dylan Swain. And Dylan, yeah, like that kind of archetype, and I think that could be interesting. But they also are going to have 3 future first round picks to trade this offseason: the 2026 pick, the
Yep.
2031, and the 2033. Technically, they could also trade away this year's pick in a package, but they could pack, so they would still have 3. It would either be either this one or the 2026 one, or as one of them, and then the other 2 would be the 2031 and the 2033, if that makes sense. That's what I'm reading here. So fact check me on that, because I know that a lot of times like these
I know for sure. I know we have 3 draft picks. I think you got the years.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Fact check me on the years, but I'm very confident we have 3 this year, because I thought we had this last year, but I was a year early. So that gives a lot. That adds to the optionality in terms of acquiring assets, because they can trade away these picks. And I actually want them to keep this year's pick and trade away the other 3 that I named, which I think is the 2026, 2031, 2033, and try to go get something in a trade. I want them to, land. It doesn't have to be like a Giannis per se, but I want them to land something decent.
You read my mind right before you just said that. I was like, none of us has said Giannis yet, and we're an hour and 15 minutes into
Well,
recording.
because at this point it doesn't seem likely, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's not impossible. It's just
Yeah,
that
you never know.
at this point, Giannis is going to have to force his way to the Lakers, because the Lakers don't
Yeah.
have the best trade package.
Yeah.
And
It'd have
the
to
Bucks
be-
the Bucks would be stupid to not want maximal compensation. And there's a
Exactly.
lot of franchises that have way more to give. But I'm hearing Giannis might go to the damn Timberwolves, which actually would be fucking amazing for that franchise. Because Ant and Giannis would be fucking amazing. And I'm not sure what they would give up though in that trade package. But it'd just be interesting. So we'll see what happens with Giannis. I'm obviously I'm going to be very intrigued if Giannis goes to the West and doesn't go to the Lakers, because that'll just make the West that much more stacked. Like, but it's going to make the East whack. Like all of this East to West movement for superstars is not good for the league in terms of parity. So we'll see what happens with that, but. I don't know, man. I think that the Lakers are going to have maximal opportunity to pick up a lot of key pieces that we need. 3-and-D wing and the center position are I think the most obvious ones. And we're going to have maximum opportunity to do that. I do think that, and I said this before, but I want to emphasize it now. I am super eager to see the development of Adu Thero. And I hope we draft another 3-and-D wing this year, and then develop them, because then moving forward we're going to have young guys on rookie contracts that are developing, and we're getting the archetypes that we need in house. And it's been a while since the Lakers have actually like developed players that have become staples in our franchise. Like I
Yeah.
think Reeves is probably the most recent one I could think of.
And he wasn't even drafted.
Yeah, that's true.
So
But
you go.
we
This
had
goes
him.
back to like the Ingram, the baby Lakers, Hart, Ingram,
Yeah,
Lonzo, everyone we traded for AD pretty much. Kuzma.
yeah. But he entered the league kind of with us in
As
the
a rookie,
sense.
he was a
Yeah,
rookie, a Laker
yeah.
rookie. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Is like starting from the rookie season on. Reeves is probably the most recent example of that. And so I think Adu Thero has the potential to be the next one. And then whoever we draft this year has the potential to work out. We've had a lot of failures in the draft. Like, what's to do with the three initials that we had? The 6'5" guard. It didn't
Jalen
pan
Hood
out.
Shafino,
Yeah, JFS,
Yeah, never pan.
JHS.
Colin
There was a
Kaepernick.
I don't know why you're counting him out so early, but yeah, he sucks so far, or he's not. He hasn't
Yeah, he
panned
Talking
out.
was.
about, I'm not
He
counting him out.
he let his
He's
he
he's
let
not
that
Kendrick
trade get to
Lamar.
his head. He let that trade
I'm
get
just
to
saying
his.
he's still on the team, and you're acting like he's gone already. That's all I'm saying. But like, yeah, like he hasn't panned out so far. I think that's true.
Mm.
But I'm saying like his story's still being written, so that's why I'm not counting him
Yeah.
just yet. But he might not be on the team next year, like Alante was saying, or he might
Yeah.
get traded or do something. But there was another one that we had too that we gave we gave him a contract, and then and then we got rid of him somehow. The other guy we drafted in the second round. I can't
That
remember his
same
name.
year, Maxwell. It was something Maxwell.
Maxwell Lewis or something.
Yeah,
Maxwell Lewis.
he
Yeah,
wore 21, and I was like, that's before they retired Kuzma's number,
yeah,
and I didn't like him just because he picked that number. I'm like, bro,
yeah.
you shouldn't do that.
And then they got Traore, and it was just like that didn't work. That nigga had like a defensive end number in an NBA. It was weird. He was like number 91, bro. Like, what is that? Like,
Oh man.
so
And who was our GM at the time?
Hey, he be all Plinka's head.
I mean, he is. But yeah, so
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
I hope that the Lakers can actually like. So I actually think their best draft pick most recently was
Connect.
no
Bronny.
no bro Adu Thero. I think that's the best one they've had. And
Hey,
they actually moved up twice to get him, and I think that was actually a good. That I give Rob Pelinka credit for that. That was good.
Hadouken.
I hope we can get something like that this year.
I can't wait to
Um,
see Hadouken. I forgot the saying that Alante said, but I think I don't know, it's just the purple and gold glasses, but I think he's gonna be a beast. I think if they let Theo loose, I mean, developing a shot is probably the easiest thing in NBA because like look at Rui, he got better over time. Theo has everything else. He's athletic, jumps out the sky, strong, big, plays defense. I think he's ready. I'm like they gotta just let him. I wish that's one thing. If I had to give JJ as a negative mark for coaching, I think he did a good job overall. But I just wish he gave Theo more playing time because you look at the teams like OKC, like they're playing their 10th, 11th, 12th guy. Their team's young and like I think JJ being an NBA player, being from he's an old head, he's in his 40s, which is old, and so I think he's got to just. I think he's adapting with the times, but you gotta let sometimes just the young guys run. You never know who's gonna, could be a star in the making. I think Theo. I agree. Like I think he's got a lot of potential. The 2 minutes he goes in, he does something that's highlight worthy, or might have a. We might be down by 20, and he has a crazy block. But if that was a close game, that could be a game altering block. If I think it's. I'm excited for Theo to see what he
Free
can do.
Adu. We want to see what Adu can do. Come
Yeah,
on,
we want to see
man.
what a
What
dude can do. That's what it is. What a
A
dude
Duke
can
can
do.
do.
That's what it is. What a dude
I
can
thought
do.
you said. I didn't know you were even talking about there. I thought you were making a Street Fighter reference. You were like, a Duke and a Duke.
No, but
I'm
when he
like,
said,
what?
when he said it, that's what I heard. It's a double entendre. He said what a
Oh,
dude can
okay.
do, and I heard Hadouken. I don't know if is that what you meant, or was I just hearing it that way?
Nah, that's
It
oh,
What I heard was
was
a
a
Duke,
double.
which I associate with Street Fighter. I'm like,
I
what
do
are you
too.
talking
I do
about?
too. So I assumed Malante was doing a double entendre,
A
saying
Duke can
Hadouken
do.
do. So I was like,
Okay.
because then Duke, and then like Watch him become a star, a fan favorite Lakers, and the people gonna make Street Fighter T-shirts as Hadouken do. You know, I don't know. We're gonna be the ones that make it.
Yeah. Hey, that's a merch idea right there. We can
Yeah, that's what I'm
monetize
saying.
that, bro.
That's what I'm
Hey.
saying. It's a shirt right there. Like instead of having Ryu, you make him black like Ethereal, and he's doing the Hadouken. And
Yeah.
it's he got locks like a do, and it says a do can do, and people will get it right. Hey, anybody steal this idea? It's copy. We just did it live right here. It's copywritten already.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the off-season moves. I think the Lakers got a lot of opportunity. Go
I
ahead.
haven't followed too much. I think every year I get older, I watch less and less college. I don't think I watched one college basketball game this season. It's probably the first time I didn't even watch at least one. I watch actually more women's college basketball. I actually watch a few women's games, so especially UCLA. Shout out, you got the
Yeah,
Bruins back there.
I was invested because I knew we had a chance, and when we won,
Yeah, I was happy.
I had rooms and
happy.
everything. But I actually did watch the men too.
So my question is is to you or Elante, if you watch college, who are you named the guy earlier? I don't even know who that is, but realistically, it's a good draft class. I do know that. So it's potential for us to get a solid player at 25. That's my question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so you're talking about like the best or just in general, like the first
No,
round?
I'm saying because they're saying that the draft, this is a deep draft, and
yeah.
But even I know deep means like the top 10 guys could be all stars. But since that means I'm assuming everyone else is still pretty good. Usually you have your top 3 guys and everyone's like pans out. But if the draft is deep, then if you still draft 15 through 25, you're still gonna get a solid player probably.
AJ DeBonsa from BYU is fucking beast, bro. I can't wait to see him.
This is center. Is that the center, right? Or is he a big guy?
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. I have heard that name.
Darren Peterson from Kansas.
I know Darren. I watched him in high school. He's from played ball up at in what's the town up by in the Bay by the that they're known for wine.
Alameda?
Napa.
Oh, Napa.
He went to high school, some new private school up in Napa. So I remember I've been following him.
Yeah, Cam Boozer, one of the twins.
The Boozer twins,
and then Caleb Wilson.
But those would be like top 5 guys, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's like the top. And then what I was talking about was the dude, the 3-and-D wing pro archetype from Michigan, who I
that guy. Who was that?
His
number
name
23?
Yeah, I forget what his number is, but his name is, what is his name? I forgot how to say it. It's not Swain. It's Morez Johnson Jr. That's what it is. Morez Johnson Jr. is one, but he's just an example. But yeah, he's like a 3. He's like a small forward type, big body. I think he's 6'7", 6'6". I don't know what his measurements are. Let me look him up real quick.
Morris Johnson Jr.
Yeah. Morris Johnson Jr.
6'9" forward, declared for the draft.
Oh, he's 6'9"? Oh shit! I didn't know he was 6'9".
Apparently Michigan has 3 guys.
Yeah, he's number 21. Yeah, you're right. He's number 21.
You got
so he's one of so that dude is like the 3-and-D archetype we're looking for. He fits that mold, and he's projected to be available around the 25th pick.
Oh, nice.
So if the Lakers were to draft him, I would be so fucking happy, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
this dude is like a really good defender, and he shoots decent already.
And you know what's crazy is that Soden Ice Cole still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. Is that if we got him, I think your favorite GM Rob Pelinka would go after him because they're both Michigan guys. Because Rob Pelinka's a Michigan guy, so he may go after him. He may go after more.
He can go anywhere between like 19 and 25. Like, it's not like a guarantee that he'll be there for us at 25.
Yeah.
But like the Spurs are trying to get him too. Those motherfuckers get all the wings. It's crazy. But like,
all I know
is good.
Since the Lakers don't want to. Oh, let me get on camera for this one. Let me turn my camera. Let me turn my shit up. No, is if Rob Pelinka don't do shit this year, he should be fired next year. Fired. word. Fuck out of here. Like, I'm already not feeling you, bruh. Like, you're trash. Like, you've done a lot more bullshit than good shit. For real. You don't get no credit for Luca. Everybody blames Nico Harrison for that. You don't get no credit. And then when it comes to DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart, Luca recruited them. Jake LaRavia
You know, I give
recruited
Rob
them.
no credit.
Nah, no credit at all. You don't even get no credit for Bronny James. We all know LeBron
Oh, yeah, ain't
got y'all
nobody-
to draft him. Like, come on, man.
Hey.
I'm sick of your shit, Rob. You know what?
Hey.
Fire Rob and hire Bob. How about that?
Hey, I know.
Fire Bob.
Black Muse. I think for Alante's birthday, we should get him.
Myers.
We should get Rob. We should get him a Rob Pelinka University of Michigan jersey.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. No.
The Fab Six.
God.
He was the sixth man to the Fab Five.
Man. Oh,
Um,
trash.
I'm looking at CBS Sports
He's
mock
only
draft.
a 34% 3-point shooter, so he's got to work on his 3-point shot too. I didn't know what his exact numbers were, but I know he's got a nice
which guy?
form.
The
The one with, the Michigan guy, because I wanted to see what his actual percentage was. I know Duke Theo's was like really low, it was like 25% in college. Like it was low, but he's at least 34%.
34. So I'm looking
Yeah.
right now. So I'm on CBS Sports mock draft. They have Morris Johnson Jr. at 20, with Philly taking him at the 23rd pick. So I guess you're right, or 21st pick. So it's realistic he'll be in the 20s range. They have the Lakers drafting some Eastern European name I can't pronounce, or I'm assuming Eastern European. Moti
The 7-footer.
for Arizona. Yeah, the 7'2" guy. Previous.
That's another dude who would be intriguing to pick up.
Defensive. A defense big guy. I mean,
Yeah.
7'2" with the Wembys and the Hartenstein.
He
Chet
gives
Holmgren.
he's got an interesting profile, and given that we the Lakers missed on Huff, they missed on all these big dudes that we got.
Hey, how
That would
big were
actually
we
be
on Huff?
interesting.
I remember when we had Huff. I was like, this is one of our future two centers, and this guy led the league in blocks this year.
Yeah. So I've heard about him too. I was going to bring him up, the 7-footer dude. I just didn't remember his name.
Hey,
So let him go.
hey, so that ice cold. Who's responsible for letting Jay Huff walk? I want to hear it. Who's responsible for not keeping Jay Huff?
Rob motherfucking Pelinka. I'm trying to tell y'all.
I'm with you on that one. I'm mad we didn't keep Jay
swear.
Huff. I'm big mad about that.
It was so crazy. How many centers did we watch walk? And we needed fucking
Hey,
centers.
we talked
It's
about
fucking
Jay Huff
ridiculous.
before people knew who Jay. I remember we were on Clubhouse
You were
and we were like,
You were
Jay Huff
talking
is solid.
You were talking about Jay Huff for 2 years before he even was even on the map.
I have
Like,
posts
this
about
is
him on
ridiculous.
Facebook.
Like, it's just like at this
But
point.
the Texas wing. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to
I'm just
interrupt you while
saying,
you were
like
talking shit about-
at this point, I know you just hear me on my soapbox, but look, at this point, I'm just tired of Rob Pelinka's shit, bro. Like, I'm just tired of him, bro. It's time to get him up out of here.
Hey, now I'm thinking about it,
out of here.
because I'm a little more lenient on Rob Pelinka, but now that we talk about Jay Huff,
I don't know why you keep saying that.
Hey, but now that we bring up Jay Huff and some other, we'll start thinking about other players. I'm not thinking about the players that we lost out on, and that's actually making me as mad as you are right now. I'm like, you know what? I feel you, because I'm really mad about Jay Huff. Why do we care? And then Colin Castleton, remember another white boy center we had like 2 years ago? I remember in summer league he was balling, and I posted about him on Facebook. And now he's on the Magic. He's a backup center on the Magic. He still don't play that much, but he had potential.
I just wanted to point out that the other option who may be available when we pick, that's a 3-and-D wing, is Dalen Swain from Texas. And I'm looking up his stuff. Dude got a 6'10" wingspan. He's 6'8". So the Michigan guy's 6'9". This dude's 6'8". The Michigan dude's like 250. That motherfucker's solid. But this dude's 6'8". I don't know what his weight is. I'm trying to find. But I'm trying to figure out what his 3-point percentage is. So he also has a knock on him as far as shooting threes, which makes sense. If they're going to be picked at 25, they're not going to be elite shooters. Otherwise, they would have been picked higher. So we're going to have an Adu Thiero type where it's like, okay, they got to work on some stuff. But the athleticism in this dude is crazy. Like I've seen highlights of him. I actually watched him in a couple games too. So I mean, any of these kinds of archetype, like any of these options, if the Lakers can get either of them, even a 7-footer wouldn't be a bad pickup because center and 3-and-D wings are what we need.
Exactly.
But if Rob can, if there's any way we can move up from 25
Yeah.
to get like the dude from Michigan, that would
That
help.
could be. So I'm looking at so I was at CBS, then I went to USA Today, now I'm on ESPN. So all three have us drafting centers. The first guy we went over, the guy from Arizona. Now ESPN and USA Today both have us drafting. Again, I didn't watch college. This Eastern European guy named Henry Visar. He played for North Carolina. He averaged 17, 8-2 in 30 games at North Carolina. I think he must have been their starting center. I think. Was it a white dude starting center in North Carolina this year? I guess. So the ESPN and USA Today both have him. So I think everyone assumes we're going to draft a center, which is obviously again sending a signal to Ayton that hey, you coming back. If you opt in, you're gonna be Jackson Hayes' backup, and Jackson Hayes is the backup.
He actually shot 48% in the 3-point star drill as a center.
Who?
As
Ayton?
the same dude. No.
Oh,
dude
the
from
Henry
North Carolina.
Visar. Yeah.
For a 7-footer to shoot that well,
That's crazy.
To put that guy around Luka makes a lot of sense.
That is crazy.
So
that's because
that's one of the reasons why they're high on him.
Estonian. The Eastern European. We're gonna have all Eastern Europeans plus
that all white starting five is looking a lot more coherent, bro.
That's no time.
Showtime.
I'm trying to see what random websites have us drafting now. I haven't even looked at this. Who's Tunde Yasufu? We don't have no just American names. Every player is.
I have no idea who.
He played for Baylor. Played for Baylor.
I do know who that is. I like him. Hold on, let me look him up to.
So they say he's an undersized wing. He's 6. Oh my bad. He's 6'10". I take that back. Wait. Oh no. His wingspan is 6'10". He's 6'5".
Yeah, he's a wing. He's a 3D wing type. Yeah, I do know. I'm reading.
They're saying he's a really strong. He's strong, powerful guy. They compare him to Jaylen Brown, the Jaylen Brown light. I'm on some website called NBA Draft Room, which is some small website.
Yeah, he went to St. Joseph High School in Santa Maria.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember him in Baylor. He's one and done too. He was a freshman.
Yeah, they're saying he's very. I'm reading his. They're saying
he's originally from Benin, Africa, or Benin.
Benin. Yeah, he said he's improved his ball skills, can handle the rock. So he's a wing. He's like a wing shooting guard. He's got handles. Is really strong for his size. So yeah, they're just comparing him to Jaylen Brown on this. So that's the first site I've seen that didn't have us with a center. I'm looking at random websites. Tankathon. What do they have? Everyone's got that AJ Debonsta at number 1, so he's probably going number 1 for sure.
Yeah, that dude's good, bro.
Number 25, Isaiah Evans from Duke, 6'6". I don't know if that's this website. Tankathon. 6'6" wing from Duke. I don't know.
At 25?
Yeah, number 3.
I'm surprised that he would go that low.
Oh, this is a website called Tankathon. I'm just reading random websites.
Okay.
Just get a.
I mean, he might. I don't know. I don't know if it's just. I don't know if it's like any thought into that. If just people just saying stuff, but
that's now I'm on the NBA.com's official mock draft, which is done through Yahoo, I guess, in collaboration. So they have the Lakers drafting. They have the Lakers drafting Jaden Quaintance, 6'10", out of Kentucky, second-year big. Sorry, when I started reading the name, I started thinking of a Key and Peele sketch and do the football because it was a Quaintance. Yeah. I was like, it felt like a Key and Peele name.
Okay, yeah. Yo, if the Lakers drafted him, that would actually be a pretty damn good pickup for a big. Ooh.
What's
I remember
crazy
seeing him play. I just look.
is
I recognize them when I see their faces.
Yeah, what's crazy is NBA.com is even saying this. What's clear is the Lakers can't trust DeAndre Ayton to be the anchor of this roster. The fact that NBA.com is saying that, I hope Ayton understands his days are numbered.
Dude has a 7'5" wingspan.
Oh, he had an
Uh,
ACL
he had an
and
ACL
meniscus
meniscus, yeah,
fractured knee.
2025, which has impacted his offensive development. Yeah.
That's rough. I mean, a lot of young guys do come back from injuries. I mean, look at Steph Curry. He had always ankle issues and he won 4 chips later on. So with sports medicine and technology getting better, I mean, the injuries aren't, but that's some serious shit. ACL, a meniscus, a fractured knee. That's kind of crazy, but that's that guy. So that's Quaintance. I'm seeing any
Yeah.
other lot of USA Today, big draft. Yeah.
It's just that to build around Luka is just awkward fit though, and then also the injury concerns.
So the name I've seen the most is the guy from North Carolina. Now I'm on Yahoo Sports' own mock draft, which has been updated since like a couple days ago. They also have Henry Visar, the center from North Carolina. So he did play 3 years in college. So he does bring that so he'll be like, have some bet, he'll be like how Dalton Connect was before the attempted trade, when he was just balling with a lot of confidence as being a 4-year college guy. So this guy Visar is someone to look out for. I've seen his name a lot now, and he probably might know. Estonia and Slovenia, aren't they kind of near each other? I probably sound real ignorant to Eastern Europeans right now.
I think the fit does make sense with Luka.
Because he's a stretch 5, pretty much, right? That's the guy that shot 40% from 3.
Yeah, and I think that's the kind of player that would excel with Luka. This is what I mean. He's a very tall dude.
Yeah, and then we got the Wembys and one thing I think that that is kind of cool when you bring in when you have someone like Luka, majority of the NBA does not speak Slovenian, right? Or even multiple languages. If you bring in guys where they can talk on the court, I think if I was a GM or a coach, I'd think about things like that. I'm sure guys in the NBA front office do think about things like that, where you bring in guys they speak in their own language, they can just outright talk about things in front of other teams where they're they don't know what they're saying. American or English speaking players, you can give away certain plays. That's why you got to cover your mouth or talk and stuff. But maybe that's why he's out there. Maybe people think him and Luka
Well,
would
he's
work
not
really well
physical
together.
though. That's the problem. I mean, he has some downsides. He's not like a really physical.
No.
Presence.
That's the one thing about American players, that American players were more physical. Eastern European, just European in general, are not really physical players. Even Jokic, who's a solid guy, I mean that's an exception. I mean, he doesn't really play physical. He just has a big body. If you put pressure on Jokic, so you can D him up. Yeah, so that's all. I mean, I'm not. Draft is one of my weaker areas. I don't really know what's going on with draft college.
They got him compared to Luke Cornett type of player.
Oh God, that's
an interesting comparison.
It's not the greatest comparison. I want to hear Wemby or something.
Nah, you're looking at Luke Cornett.
No, maybe not. Maybe we'll stick with Mitchell Robinson or something.
But yeah, I mean, this is it's kind of fun, kind of looking into this stuff.
Where is I'm trying to look Estonia up on a map right now. I forget where it is. What country is it next to?
I don't even know.
It's not Slovenia. It's surrounded by Austria, Bosnia.
But I do got to go soon. And also my brother just called me.
Hungary. The hell is Estonia? Can't be that far east. I don't know. I'll find it one day. Sorry, Estonian people, Estonian Laker fans. I'll figure out where you are one day.
It'd be a surge of Estonian Laker fans if we drafted him. Huh?
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's not near anywhere. It's not. It's like the furthest northeastern European country. It's right under Finland. Okay. It's under Finland and borders Russia. So it's literally aside from Finland, it's the most northeastern European country. So it's actually not near Slovenia. My mistake.
No worries. You just try to put it there because you're trying to have that.
I was trying to make a
Slovenian
connection. I was trying to make a connection.
Try to make that bridge. All right, I do got to go though because it's getting late. I got to.
All right, man. It was great. We having a Laker loyalty reunion, end of the year recap. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Comment. Please follow, subscribe, tell your friends, family, everyone. We're gonna
Where your rings at? Where your rings at?
Yeah,
Put your rings
we'll
back
do
on.
we'll do some
Rob Pelinka pissed me off.
we're yeah, if you want to piss off So Damn
That's
Ice Cold,
funny.
just say Rob Pelinka 3 times.
Yeah,
And
bro.
So Damn Ice Cold shut you down. Yeah, so this was great, man. Appreciate y'all, man. It's good to see y'all. I know I say we'll probably do this a few times. I say after the draft, after free agency, we'll do a recap episode of free agency and the draft, summer league, and then hey, back at it next year. Really quick before we go out. Last 4 teams, if you had to pick, gun to your head, who do you want to win the title?
Other than the Lakers?
No, the last 4 teams of this playoffs. So we got the Knicks, the Cavs, the Thunder, the Spurs. 2-part answer. Who do you want to win, and who realistically you think will win? And if it's the same team, that's fine.
I think realistically, it'll probably be the Thunder. I don't want any of these teams to win. I'm like,
If you had,
gun to your head. No, I got it.
So you got
Yeah,
Thunder.
I'm
If you
just-
had to pick, yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
the Thunder still.
No, I wouldn't pick the Thunder. I'm saying that was the
Okay.
more realistic pick.
That's a
Not
realistic
but-
pick.
Yeah, but
And
as
if you
far
had
as
to
like,
pick.
if I had to pick, probably the Knicks. I don't think they won in
Yeah,
a long time.
1972.
Yeah, so that would be an interesting development for the history of basketball. But yeah, that's gun to my head, like against my will.
Yeah. I know we don't want to. So Damn Ice Cold. Your 2 picks, realistic, and if you had to pick a team.
Realistic pick is gonna be the Spurs.
Okay.
Hate to say that. Spurs.
Yeah.
Ew.
And if
who
you
I want to who
Yeah.
I want to win, I go Knicks.
Yeah.
I want the Knicks to win. I'd rather see the Knicks win it than have one of these punk ass motherfuckers win the title.
Nobody from the West, bro. Nobody.
Hey.
This is the first time in a long time.
By the way, shout out to Boston for blowing that 3-1 lead.
Big shout out, y'all making
Shout out
history.
to Boston for making was it a 3-0
Yeah.
lead? Did they? It was 3-1.
3-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boston for doing that. That was hilarious.
Shout out for making
Yeah,
history.
that was nice to watch. That was nice to watch.
Oh yeah. It was.
And really quick, my picks is right. I'm right on the same boat with y'all. I think it's going to come from the West, Spurs or OKC. But that's who I think realistic. I think I'm leaning more towards the Spurs. And then, but also who I would want is the Knicks, for the reason that I don't want any of the other teams to win. All 3 have won in the past 10 years or 10, 12 years. Knicks haven't won in 100 years. And as a big market city, it sucks because you know what? LA, we would have more love for New York than New York would have for us. So I still want the Knicks to win. I got a lot of friends in New York. But I don't think they would do the same for us. I don't think they would want us to win if they had to choose. They would be like, But even if there was a gun to their head, bing bong. But I think some New Yorkers would, because we got a lot of big New York population in LA. The cool New Yorkers will root for it. Shit, a lot of New Yorkers are Laker fans. We got Denzel and some other people. So I'll root for the Knicks. If I had to pick a team, I do like a lot of their players. I like Brunson a lot. Obviously you always got love for Josh Hart. I like all the whole Nova Knicks situation. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks pulled an upset and did win. They did beat the Spurs in the Cup. I mean, it was only one game, but I think it would be cool to see the Spurs Knicks rematch of the '99 finals. Someone on Facebook said that they hope the Knicks and Spurs go to the finals because after that the Lakers three-peated. So if patterns stay true, we're gonna three-peat. If the Knicks and the Spurs go to the finals this year,
and that's why we need to keep a former Boston guard to make
Yes,
that habit
exactly.
even stronger.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. That's why we got to keep Marcus Smart. But cool, man. I just want to get y'all's opinions on those playoffs. Not that any of us probably be watching it.
Because by the way, we picked up Rondo and we didn't win at first, and then
Yeah.
he
It took 2
came
years.
back.
One in
Yeah,
his second year.
he came back.
Yeah, because
Look.
he came with LeBron same year.
Yeah,
And Rick Fox came from Boston.
And Rick Fox came from Boston.
that's
So
true.
every era since the 2000s on, we've had a.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just saying, just throw that out there.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, but with
But
that, I'm like, yeah. Drake, stop hating on LeBron. If you got Future on the album, you know what I'm saying, you can forget LeBron. All right.
all right, that's funny.
So everybody's cold. I'm out, man. Jason over here. Y'all
All right.
this shit.
Hey, man, I'm tired, bro.
Go
It's
ahead,
like
go ahead, take us out. Go ahead, take us out, Black man. It's your birthday.
well,
Take us out, man.
I mean, yeah, but I gotta have Egyptian Lakers say the tagline one more time just to close this out. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you all for tuning in to Laker Loyalty. Big shout out to my brothers Black Muse, So Damn Ice Cold. I'm Egyptian Laker. And just remember, you can't spell loyalty without the L-A-L. Thank you all. Peace.
Peace.